Welcome students for online classes. Today we'll continue with the chapter 1, that is Indian economy on the eve of independence. In this video we'll study about industrial sector and the foreign sector. First let's go through industrial sector. Under industrial sector we'll study to what extent Britain made, that is Britain forced our Indians to stop the industries. Under that the first point is decline of handicraft industry. Before Britain people or the British people came to India, what happened? Our handicraft industry was very much popular in all the abroad countries, and India had a very good reputation. For a period of 200 years, British ruled over India, and in the whole world, India was very well known for handicraft industries. And the British people forced Indians to indulge in agriculture. Why was this particular process happened? This particular process is known as deindustrialization. Now the meaning of deindustrialization is to remove the industries. The main reason to remove the industries is of two reasons. First is to convert India into supplier of raw material, and second, develop India as a market for Britain. Now, why did the British people wanted India to convert into supplier of raw material? As you all know, India is rich in resources. So, there are various number of raw materials available in India. So, for example, if you need to consume or if you need to use a particular product, it should be processed or it should be made through the industries. Okay, so what did British people do? The British people made Indians to stop the industries and made the supplier of raw material. Why was that? Just because as India was rich in resources and even there was good industrial product in our current India, the British didn't wanted India to grow. So for this particular reason, Britain wanted to take all the resources, to take all the raw materials from India to their British area. I'll give an example how the raw materials were changed into finished products, and India was made as a market for the Britain. For example, India supplied trees to Britain. What happens with the trees? Maybe sofas, maybe chairs, maybe tables, for all the necessary items. Okay. So what happened? India supplied trees to Britain to prepare chair. For example, we'll take a chair. So when we export our trees, the amount costed was of rupees 500. Okay. For example, the amount costed was of rupees 500. And later when the India got back the finished product, maybe the chair, maybe the sofa, so what happened? The cost was increased. The cost was increased to rupees 5000. So there is a drastic change of rupees 500 to rupees 5000. So the raw material was costed to 500 rupees and the finished product was costed for 5000 rupees. So to what extent the British made the profit? The British made a profit of rupees 4500. So what happened? So the main two reasons were converted India into supplier of raw material, where our Indians were supplying trees to Britain people. And what did Britain people do? They completed the industrial process and they sent back the finished goods, that is maybe chair or sofa, which costed very much. So because of this, what happened? The people of Britons were making a huge profit with the help of the raw materials which was obtained from our particular economy. So because of this, what happened? The British didn't wanted our economy, that is India, to develop. So they started declining in the handicraft industries. Let's even see how the discrimination was made. The next thing is the discriminatory trade policy. First, let's know what is trade policy. Trade policy is known as the taxes or the excise duty where you pay during the exports and imports. Exports in the sense where you sell your goods to abroad countries. Imports in the sense where you purchase the goods from the abroad countries. Okay. So the taxes or the excise duties are the export import duties where you pay when you send the goods to other countries, where you receive goods from other countries. So what did British do? First thing was unrestricted entry to British goods. So what does unrestricted means? There is no restriction, that there is 0% tax paid by the British people when they started selling their goods in our Indian economy. The next thing is the tariff free export of raw material to Britain. So what happens when you sell your goods, when you send your goods to abroad countries, what happens? There will be a taxes. There is a percentage of tax, that is of 4%. You need to pay a tax to the clearing house, to a agent, to when you send the goods to abroad countries. So here what happened, when you sent your goods, that is when India sent the goods to Britain people, there was no tariff or there was no taxes paid at that particular point of time, which was very much favorable for the Britain people. Okay, now the last one was the heavy duty on exports of Indian handicraft product. See how the decline of handicraft product was made. Heavy duty in the sense there was huge percentage of amount paid when the handicraft products was sold from India to other abroad countries. Not only for Britain, the handicraft products was selling over to China, Japan, and even America. So at that particular point of time, what happened, when the Indians used to sell the products to all the other countries except Britain, there was high duty. High duty in the sense the percentage was 12%, which was very much burden for our Indians to pay. So because of that, what happened? There was decline of the handicraft industry. And the next one is the competition from machine made products. The machine made products is also known as capital goods. Now what does this capital goods means? The machinery which is used for the further production. So what happened in India, people did not have any industry. Why there was no industry? Because when British people were ruling in India, the British didn't wanted India to grow. So the British people declined. There was deindustrialization in India. So they didn't want it. So India didn't had any industries. So to produce a particular product or to produce any particular item, it took nearly many days. When it compared to Britain, it was only for a few hours. So what happened? So there was a proper competition from the machine made products when it was compared to Britain. I'll repeat again, how there was competition when it compared to India. India used to take, for example, I'll take a blanket. India used to take 2 to 3 days to prepare one blanket, but when it compared to Britons, what did they do? Because of good machineries, because of good industries, they had only few hours to make a blanket. So there was a huge competition with the Britain industries. And the next one is lack of capital good industries. As told earlier, what does capital good industry means? The industry which will help for the machinery work for the further production. So what did this capital good industry, why there was lack of capital good industry? Because as there was no proper machinery in our current economy, that is in India, and was not even possible to produce any one kind of industries or to produce any one kind of item. So because of this, what happened? There was no proper, as there was no proper machinery, no proper production was made, there was a lack of capital good industry in our current economy. Okay, now the next thing is a change in the pattern of demand. Now what happened? For example, I'll give you an example how the demand patterns change. For example, today if there is a demand for maybe t-shirts, the t-shirts can be round or v-neck. I'll take round neck. For today, there is a demand for round neck, and for tomorrow or after a week, what happens? The demand changes. The people's mentality will change from one thing to another when there is demand for the goods. So what happened? As Indians didn't had proper machinery, as Indians didn't had proper industries, so what happened? The Indians took very much time to prepare a particular product. No, so because of this, what happened? When the demand changed for the product, Indians were still producing the old product. So the pattern of demand, so Indians started to depend, or Indians started to purchase the things of Britain products. Why? The Britons were going according to the demand, and where Indians were lagging behind. So there was a where it even resulted in the decrease in the demand products of our current economy. So it was a very much a step back for industrial sector in our current economy during the British rule. Okay, now the next thing is the negative effect of railways. So what happened when British were ruling in our current India? What happened? The railways was mostly used only by the Britain people. The Britain people didn't left Indians to use the railways. So because of this, what happened? Mostly our Indians were maybe traveling with the usage of bullock carts or with the help of walking. So because of this, what happened, the production process, if the industries is situated in the farer places, what the people or the laborers or the workers used to do, they used to travel for such a long period. And after traveling for such a long period, what they used to do, they used to produce only the limited products, which had a great negative effect on the railways. Why? Because only Britain people were using the railways, and the Britain people didn't left Indians to use the railways, which reduced the production process of our current India. And with the comparison of competition, or with the comparison of quality, or with the comparison of quantity, what happened, Britain people had a step further when it was compared to Indians. So these six are the industrial sector where there was a drastic change happened when the Britain people were there in India, our current India, where the industrial sector was very much down, or the industrial sector had no proper, or the industrial sector had no good growth in that particular era. Okay, now the next we'll go through the foreign sector. So what happened to foreign sector? Foreign sector in the sense where the export imports or the trade duties were of very high peak, where the majority of the Indians or Britons were used to export import things. First, let's go through pre-colonial period. Pre-colonial period in the sense, when before Britishers came to our current India, before 200 years from the day of independence. Okay, at that particular point of time, what happened, India was very well known for the exporters of finished goods, as told earlier. For example, the handicrafts, the silk, the ivory work, the precious stones, etc. Why were all these things very much imported, or why all these things were very much known to all the abroad countries? Because India was rich in resource, and even because of the good quality of the product, what happened, India was very well known to all the abroad countries. This was pre-colonial period. What does colonial word mean? The meaning of colonial means the powerful nation taking over the weaker nation. Before Britain came to India, all these things was in the process. But later, what happened, when during the British rule, what changes happened? When British conquered India, British did not wanted India to develop. Naturally, the Britain only they wanted their country to get developed. In spite of that, what happened? India, they put down India to a greater extent. So the Britain people brought or imposed many rules like tariff, tax, discriminatory policy. All these things are the taxes policy which you need to pay for the export import duty. Okay, first what happened? First, India became the exporter of primary product, that is the raw material, and the importer of finished goods. As told earlier, under the industrial sector, what happened? India used to sell the primary product, maybe the wood, maybe the cotton, silk, maybe the cotton textiles, to the Britain countries, and Britain used to process, and they used to do proper finished products and sell it back to our current India. And next, what happened? Monopoly control over trade. Monopoly means only one buyer and one seller. So now who is one buyer? The one buyer, when India used to sell products, Britain was the one buyer, and India was the one seller who used to purchase the finished products. So by this, what happened? British had a very good control over our current economy. Why? Because the British forced our Indians to indulge in agriculture and sell them the raw materials. And even majority of the trade, that is the 60% of the trade, was only to Britain, and there was no proper taxes paid at this particular point of time. But when it compared to other countries, only 60% was for Britain, the leftover 40% was for other countries, maybe the Sri Lanka, China, Iran. For all these particular places, what happened, the taxes percentage or the amount which you had to pay was of greater extent, that is of 12%, which was a very much burden to our current Indians. So because of this, what did our current Indian people did, the people started to decline the industries, or they started declining exporting the things to other countries. So when I tell the current Indians, it is that the on the eve of independence, or when the British used to rule, that the current Indians is not the current, that is 2020, that is not the current Indians. When I tell current Indians, it refers to when the people used to live in 1947 and before to that. Okay, now even in spite of that, what things did the British do? The British opened a Suez Canal. Now, what does this Suez Canal mean? First, the canal means the artificial path to transport or to pass the boat ships to export import duty. Mainly, it is done with the waterways. So, what is the Suez Canal is that earlier what the people used to do, the people used to go around from many places, and they used to sell the products. Maybe when it came to India and Europe, what used to happen, the India used to go around the Indian Ocean to the Mediterranean Sea and used to sell the products to Europe. But now what happened, because of the Suez Canal, there was a straight route with the help of waterways, which was found by the Britain people, which helped with the less transportation cost and even made easy to the Indian market. So how it made easier to Indian market, because of the less cost of the transportation and even the less time consuming. Okay, so what happened, when you used to go around, it used to take nearly weeks. But what happened when there was the open of the straight line, that is open of the Suez Canal, the time limit taken was only of hours. So because of this, what happened, because of the less transportation cost, because of the less time consuming, the Indians had a good market with the Europe and other main countries. So even British wanted their country to increase. So what did they do, they started taking the raw materials from our current economy, and they sent their finished products from their economy. Okay, now the next is the free export and import between India and Britain. As told earlier, what happened when India used to export things to Britain, and Britain when used to export things to India, what happened? There was no tax duty paid. Tax duty for other countries was 12%, but when it came to Britain, there was no tax paid. There was free usage, or there was free transportation cost made of India and Britain. And the last thing came is the economic exploitation. Now what does economic exploitation means? How the Britain people started exploiting to the export import things. First was under the usage of trade of surplus and non-developing activity, the exploitation was made. Now what does this non-developing activity mean is that it means that the usage of the war weapons, or the usage of the defense weapons when it came to the army. So what did the, as our current economy was rich in resource, the people, maybe when it came to iron, when it came to steel, what did the Britain people do? They started taking all the necessary inputs to their economy. So because of this, what happened? Our current economy was very much exploited before the year 1947. So even when it came to the extra money, or when it came to the surplus money saved with the help of wars, what did they, Britain people do? Britain people started to take all the surplus money to their economy, and they started using for their betterment, or they started using for their development. So these are the foreign sector points which is very much important for you to remember. So first one, which was a thing, first one was mainly the exporter of raw material and the importer of finished goods. Second is the monopoly trade. Third is the opening of Suez Canal, and lastly is the economic exploitation. So the assignment part, the traditional handicraft industries were ruined under British rule. Explain and why. Next question, indicate the volume of direction of trade. Trade in the sense that is foreign sector trading, export, import things at the time of independence. Thank you students.